In a previous lecture, we have seen how we can find subdomains using search operators and using a website called crt.sh. In this lecture, I would like to show you two tools that you can use to find subdomains of any domain name and to check which subdomain is live. So to install this tool, all you have to do is just to open the terminal and type apt install, and then the first tool, which is Subfinder, and then the second tool, which is HTTP probe. So the first thing you want to do is just to go to your virtual machine and open the terminal as root. And then you want to type the password, which is OSINT. And before installing these tools, you want to type apt update to update the repositories. And then you want to install the tools by typing apt install, Subfinder, and then HTTP probe, like this, and hit enter. And in my case, they are already installed. So to use the first tool, all you have to do just to type Subfinder, and then I'm going to add -h to find the options that I can use with this tool. And I always like to use three options. The first one is called silent, that will only show me the found subdomains. The second option is called -o, which will save all the found subdomains to a file. And the third option is -d, which is used to specify the domain name that you are trying to find its subdomains. So I'm going to type Subfinder like this, and then -d, and I'm going to try to find the subdomains of cybersudo.org. And then I'm going to add an option called silent to only see subdomains that have been found, and then -o, and I would like to create a file called subdomains on my desktop. So I'm going to add the full path, which is in home, OSINT, desktop, and I would like to call the file subdomains.txt. So right now, all the subdomains that are going to be found are going to be saved in this file. Now I'm going to hit enter, and we can see that a file has been generated on our desktop. And as you can see, these are the subdomains that have been found. Now the problem with these subdomains is that some subdomains are not accessible or they are not live. So let me copy this one, for example, and then open my browser and then paste the URL. And we can see that we cannot access this website. And if we try to copy this link as well, that starts with www, and paste it in our browser, we can see that this site is also not accessible. But cybersudo.org and academy.cybersudo.org work completely fine. So the question is, how can we only find subdomains that are live? And to do this, we are going to use the second tool that we have installed, that's called HTTP probe. So to use this tool, I would like to use the exact same command that I have used before. And then I'm going to add a pipe. And then I'm going to say HTTP probe like this and hit enter. And this should only show us subdomains that are live. So we can see that the www.academy and www.cybersudo have been excluded. Now the question is, what if you would like to only get or view links that start with HTTPS or HTTP? So to do this, we can use a tool called grep to exclude either HTTP or HTTPS. So I would like to use the exact same command and then add pipe at the end. And then I'm going to say grep -v to exclude. And I would like to exclude everything that starts with HTTP, and then I'm going to close it with a single quote. So first of all, Subfinder is going to find all subdomains of cybersudo.org, and it will only show us subdomains and nothing else. And once it finds subdomains, it's going to save them to a file called subdomain.txt. And then we are using HTTP probe to check which subdomain is live and which subdomain is not live. And then we are using grep to exclude all search results that start with HTTP:. So let me hit enter. And as you can see, now we've only got two search results that start with HTTPS. And if we tested these two links, they should work. So I'm going to copy the first link and then paste it in my browser. And we can see that it works. And now I'm going to test the second link. And this one works as well.